My diet comes straight from the food list that I have pinned to my timeline. That food list is low carb. That food list, the food which is on that food list, is what my diet consists of. It is what it is I use to reverse insulin resistance, my prediabetes. It is what it is I use to lose 50 pounds and have not gained back 1 pound of that 50. It is what it is I use to reverse ED. It is what it is I used to go from a size 40 pair of pants to a size 34 pair of pants. I believe I can fit comfortably in a size 32 pair of pants. That way of eating, low carb, I believe, saved my life. I am not being hyperbolic. I mean, I believe it saved my life. I was insulin resistant. I was 50 pounds overweight. I was pre-diabetic. After pre-diabetes is type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is what killed my mother. I never accepted insulin from my doctor. I decided to change my lifestyle. I started with intermittent fasting and eating off of the food list that's pinned to my timeline. The videos that I make of the foods that I break my fast with is what it is I used to reverse all of those things that was ailing me. It is what it is I used to lose the weight and keep the weight off. It is low carb. I believe in eating low carb. I have always exercised. Before I got to eating low carb, I was exercising. I've always been walking. I've always walked very fast for a very long period of time. I have always lifted weights. But after started getting older and eating less and exercising more, I was not able to keep weight off. I kept adding weight. So the 50 pounds that I gained it even though I was exercising and eating less. My insulin resistance, I got it even though I was exercising and eating less. It is because of the foods that I was eating and the amount of times that I was eating the food. The American Standard Diet got me sick. I ate it at least 6 times per day, every single day. When I changed my lifestyle, I went from eating 6 times minimum per day to eating about 2 times per day. Why was I eating 6 times per day? Because the foods that I were eating were highly laden with carbs. Highly processed foods with one of the main ingredients being carbs. The way that I eat now, the foods of the food list that's pinned to my timeline, I keep having to say that because I want people to go and use the food list. The way that I eat now is more nutrient dense than the way that I ate before. The way that I eat now is healing me. The way that I ate before was hurting me. Intermittent fasting eating low carb, and exercise in that order. Exercise is not a good way to have weight loss and to maintain the weight loss. It's about the foods that we eat and the amount of times that we eat said food. So intermittent fasting and eating low carb, as in eating the food that's off of the list that pinned on my timeline, is what will make you shrink and what will reverse insulin resistance, prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, as long as your pancreas is still capable of making insulin, hypertension, PCOS, erectile dysfunction, and fatty, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, just to name a few. Give it a try. I know this video is long, but I had to make it. It had to be this long so I could tell you my journey.